Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Beyond the Spectacle. I am your host Cole Williams, and today we're going to be covering 5 ways to reveal a card. Welcome back everyone, this is Beyond the Spectacle. I am your host Cole Williams. Today we're going to be covering 5 ways to reveal a card. Nothing too complicated, nothing too hard to learn, just a little bit of practice. So let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so this first way of revealing a card is incredibly easy. Don't worry about anything. Let's get straight to it. So, this one is probably one that you've seen before. So, spectator picks a card. It is controlled to the top. We'll just use that control for now. If you're not sure what this control is, there'll be a link up on the video around about here. Go and watch it and you'll be up to speed. So the card is controlled back to the top like so. Now from this position you do a double lift or a double turnover or whatever you want to call it. So you got 2 cards. Now incidentally, this is the strike double, and you just take your finger, run it up the side of the deck like so, grab 2 cards and turn them over as one. So once again, the card has been controlled to the top. You distract them with a little bit of conversation. You take your finger, run it up the side of the deck, grabbing 2 cards, turn it over as one and display the 10 of hearts, which they think is the top card. And you say to them, well, that's clearly not your card, is it? Clearly not. So, I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, so you hang on to that. So they think that you've just given them the top card of the deck, the card that they think is the 10 of hearts, when really you've just given them their card. So they hold on to that. And now you say to them, okay, so somewhere within the deck here is your card. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just take the top. Isn't that the card that you are holding? And then you invite them to turn over their card, which of course is the one they chose from the beginning and the one that they've been holding on to all the time. That is an extremely easy principle. It is as old as the hills. There are multiple ways of doing it and there are multiple incarnations of it. That is just the basic way of doing it. Take it away, make it your own, and let me know how you get on. Okay guys, so this second way of revealing a card is by way of a prediction. Now for anyone who's not familiar with predictions, in the world of magic, predictions are normally force cards. Okay, and that works in the following way. So we'll use the Ace of Spades again. Now if you're performing this trick, you would already know that you were going to force the Ace of Spades. So you write on a slip of paper, Ace of Spades, or you put it in your phone, text it to somebody and tell them to not open the text or do it just yet. You can do it on Instagram, you can do it on Facebook, any way you like, as long as you remember that you're forcing the Ace of Spades. Okay? But for this, let's just say that you've written it on a piece of paper in advance of performing the trick and given it to the spectator to hold. You simply force the card in whichever way you choose. Well, let's just do the slip cut force for now. Link up there. So, rifle down whenever they say stop. Doing an exposed view from the front so you can see. These fingers hold on to the top card while the other fingers slide out that packet and point, and you say, okay, well, let's not have that because I've seen it and that's silly, so there's no use you having that one, but I can give you the top card, which of course is the ace of spades. So, well, that's your card. And then you go on with the trick, whichever way you choose, and eventually say to them, okay, so you chose that card at random. And so I gave you at the beginning of the trick a little slip of paper. That was my prediction. Just open it just now. And they open up the prediction, and of course it matches their randomly selected card. Very easy, very, very simple. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of ways that you can apply predictions. Do some research on it. It's an absolutely brilliant thing for any magician to know. Okay guys, so this one is an extremely easy version of card to shoe. Okay, extremely easy. You've probably seen other variations of this before. This one is incredibly simple, and it uses a duplicate. So for this, we'll assume that the force card that you're going to be using is the Jack of Diamonds. So let me quickly find the Jack of Diamonds, like so. Bring it on top, and let's carry on. So the duplicate gets folded in advance and placed wherever you choose to reveal it. This is called an easy card to shoe, so for the sake of explanation, this goes in your shoe in advance of performing the trick. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you my feet on camera. We'll just assume that I've done that in advance, and let's carry on. The duplicate is in your shoe. The actual Jack is on top of the deck. You now false shuffle, false cut, do anything you like, control, and just make sure that the Jack is on top. You now force the card in whichever way you choose. Again, for the sake of explanation, let's do the slip cut force. Link up there. Tell them to say stop, they do. Fingers grip. Slide it off as you do that. That's clearly not, let's not have that one because I've seen it and I don't want to see the card that you pick. So let's give you that one. And of course it's the Jack of Diamonds. That's alright. Now I'm going to lose the Jack of Diamonds into the pack. At this point you really do want it lost. You don't want them to be able to find it. Now there are several ways you can do this. You can apply a little bit of double-sided tape to the back of the card in advance, if you so choose, and just that would make sure that it's stuck to the card above it. Or another way would be to have, again, double-sided tape on a particular card in the deck, on the back, and make sure you have a pinky break above it. You lose the card in the deck, sticking it to the double back tape, losing it in the deck, however, or you can control it to the bottom and just do a gambler's cop, which is achieved like so, and just cop it away and ditch it in your back pocket, or whatever you like. Whichever way is easiest for you, that's the way you lose the card. And once you've lost the card, whichever way you prefer, you can actually go through the deck and look. Do you see? Can you see it anywhere? I did flash there, but you must, assuming that you've done the vanish, you won't flash it because it'll be stuck or gone. So you go through and say, look, it's actually not there. And then you say, well, actually, I think I know where it ended up. And then you could do your magical gesture and say, look, before this trick started, I placed something in my shoe, or I actually feel something in my shoe. It's not in the deck, but I feel something in my shoe. Or whatever way you feel like revealing it. And then you tip out the duplicate from your shoe and say, actually, that is the Jack of Diamonds, your card. And of course the reactions are absolutely insane, and they call you all sorts of things, from a wizard to other things that are not very nice. Practice it, make it your own, let me know. Okay guys, so this one is one of my absolute favourites. I've done this for years. It's a fantastic thing. So let's get straight to it. You, again, force a card. So again, we'll use the Ace of Spades. You force it. That's the card that they have. You say to them, don't show me, just show everybody else, I don't want to see it. So you take it back. Control it in whichever way you like. Link up there. It's on the top. And you say, right, your card is now lost in the deck. I have absolutely no idea where it is. From this point you find their card. So you can just riffle down and you can say, okay, I think that it's around about, maybe that one. Or, no, yes, that one. But then, not sure about that one either. Yeah, I'm thinking it's that one. And you take the card out. Of course, it's not their card. And say, right, I think I'm right. I think that's your card. And of course they go, well, no, not really. And from this point you feign a little bit of embarrassment. You go, okay. And you put the card on the floor. You put the card on the bottom of the deck. Now from this point, you remember that their card is actually on top, and all you do is a very simple colour change. But you disguise it by saying, well, that's clearly not your card, so I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to make sure in some way that that becomes your card. And from this point they go, oh, how did you do that? Of course, la la la. And you give them their card for them to examine. And all you do is, as you're pushing that off with your thumb, you simply do a wrist kill, taking the deck away so that they don't see what you've just done. Right? The colour change is explained briefly like this. From the back, you have the cards in that sort of a grip. You push the bottom card off into your palm, holding it with your longest finger and gripping the deck like so, which is a perfectly natural looking way for you to grip the deck. Just make sure you don't have any windows here. And then all you do is make sure that the card slides clean away. Again, you can carry on holding the cards like so. And then all you do with that card in that position like so is just bring it up in front of the card like so and deposit it on top of the deck. Very, very easy. You would not believe the reactions that you get from doing that. Practice it, practice it. I've been using it for years. It is absolutely brilliant. Okay guys, this is my absolute favourite version of all of these. It involves 2 people, 2 spectators. So, you can give them the deck. This is perfectly free. They can select whatever card they choose. It does not matter. So let's assume spectator 1 picks the 8 of spades, and spectator 2 picks the 7 of clubs. Okay, so let's put that there for now. So you take the card back from your first spectator and you say, look, I'm going to lose this into the deck. You see that going in? Absolutely marvellous. You can see that I'm really pushing it in and it really is lost. Of course you have a pinky break because you're going to use the control that we already know link up there. And you control it back to the top. Okay? You do it more smoothly than that, and just doing it for the camera just to show you really quick. You take the card back from spectator 2 and you legitimately just drop it on top of the deck. Alright, that's on top of the deck. So what I'm going to do is just give it a little shuffle. And you use the overhand shuffle control, which is simply this. From dealing position, you slide the top card off, drop it on the bottom, which is their card. You then make sure that it's in position, grip front and back, making sure those 2 cards slide off. Okay, so once again you grip front and back, making sure that you move every other card other than those 2. Okay, and shuffle off the rest on top. You then shuffle them again, making sure that that card is the last to be taken off, and you deposit it on the top. Okay, and now you go, okay, so completely lost, and you can do a false shuffle, whatever you like, and say, watch, the deck is going to help me find your cards. Now the grip for this next bit is really important. Thumb in the middle, middle finger in the middle there, so you have that sort of arrangement. And now what you're doing is a rapid sideways movement like so. And the pressure of down and up will cause those 2 cards to snap together like so as they come off the deck, as the deck moves sideways. Alright, so performance speed looks like this. And you have the 2 cards. Okay, so once more, Pressure from the thumb in the middle, pressure from the finger in the middle, sideways motion, really quick sudden jerk like so, and you have their two cards gripped. And as far as they're concerned, you've just pulled them out of the middle of the deck by just doing that. That is an absolutely brilliant revelation. I love that revelation. Take it away and practice it, guys. Drop a comment down below, let me know how you get on. Okay, so there you have it. 5 very easy ways of revealing a card. Nothing too complicated, just practice and it will come, and you'll be able to use them whenever you like. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen today, give the video a like, consider subscribing. I have been your host, Carl Williams. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.